Everybody pat yourself on the back. We made it to Tuesday. Everybody say thank you to Tom, because Tom Gargaro, I'm jumping to next week. Tom Albanese is my guest, and that means, for at least the first part of the show, we don't have to talk about politics. The new Brighton Borough Manager, Tom, how are you?
Good morning, Eddie. I'm doing well. Thank you.
All right. I got a bunch of questions, but first, good to see you again. And tell me it's true. I guess I'm to the age where I don't care what people think. When I was a kid, if you said, let's go to a farmer's market, I looked at you like you had three heads. I was never so excited. The new Brighton Farmers Market cranks up, I think, today, right?
Today. It opens for the season this afternoon. It's going to be open then every Tuesday from 3:30 to 6:30. It's located next to Diamond Milling on 5th Avenue. They have a little spot next to it.
Right, in that parking lot.
They'll be there through November.
How good does it do your heart to see things coming back? I remember there were some farmers markets that showed up. I don't remember if New Brighton did one last year.
We've had our farmers market now for multiple years.
Yeah.
It did not stop during the pandemic. It continued on.
Yeah.
It's just changed locations over the years. So it used to be on 5th Avenue next to Family Dollar.
Okay.
But it's now relocated next to Diamond Milling.
Tom Albanese is my guest. He is the new Brighton manager. I'm going to back up to something that I heard you talking about off the air. You're not the borough manager anymore. You're just the new Brighton manager. Or is that word not being used?
Frank was commenting on the spelling of borough.
I'm so throwing you under the bus.
No, that's okay.
All right.
So the joke was, I said we had to change our website domain from newbrightonborough.org to newbrightonpa.org because people spell borough differently. So it could either be B-O-R-O or B-O-R-O-U-G-H.
Right.
And then some people hear it as bureau. So we were just having trouble with the email address. So that's why I told Frank we eliminated borough from the name in our website, and it's just newbrightonpa.org.
But you're still the manager of the borough.
I am still the borough manager, yes.
Okay. What does that job entail? You take away what we're doing right now. What is a typical day for a borough manager? Because everybody's got one, and you always seem busy.
I don't know that there is a typical day, and that's what makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
It could be whatever the flavor of the day is, whatever department needs assistance or or help. So we have a full service community. We offer public works, public safety, fire, police, administration, sewage, utility billing. So
you're the target when people have complaints.
That's what we're here for, right? Yeah.
How difficult. You've got to have a certain skill set to do that, but how difficult is that dealing with the public? I liken it to being a police officer. If you're dealing with the public, it's probably not in a good situation. Somebody's a little bent.
It's a mix, and the dealing with the complaints are less and less. I'm very fortunate. We've got a great staff.
Well, that means you guys are doing a good job.
We've got a great staff that really, I think, provides an exceptional service and can handle those issues when they come up before they get too big and they boil over.
Do you hear, well, let me rephrase it. Do you hear from the same people often? Do you get regulars that you have to deal with from the community?
We do, but typically those are the people that are passionate about their community. So they're not complaining to be complainers, they're complaining to see improvements. So it's actually that in that case, it's welcome because the people that we hear, our regulars are people we also respect and appreciate their opinion.
Is that what people need to know, that they're being heard?
I think so. Yeah. And one of our projects right now that just is coming to completion is our the updated comprehensive plan. So New Brighton Borough. All
right, that sounds like a large, when you use comprehensive, there's a lot of moving parts. What is it?
So a comprehensive plan is the community's plan for the next 10 years. We did a regional plan with New Brighton Borough, Doherty Township, Pulaski Township, and Falston Borough. So we included the New Brighton area, and we wanted everybody's input on what they want to see in their communities over the next 10 years. We're getting to the point where we're adopting that plan. New Brighton Borough Council adopted it last month. So did the Doherty Township supervisors, and Pulaski Township and Falston Borough will consider it this month.
What was the plan that they came up with? What do people in New Brighton want? And it sounds like it's a good list because other people have already signed on to it.
So we came up, we hired a planning consultant. So Pashik MTR out of Pittsburgh assisted us in this process, and
Okay.
they came up with 4 umbrellas of topics that we're going to strive to complete in the next 10 years. So it was vibrant, healthy, safe, and collaborative. So in the vibrant communities, we want to continue to improve our business districts, to entice businesses to come in and to keep the ones we do have, to continue property beautification and market the area and the assets we have.
Is it making it easier that there are other, I call them river communities. I live in Ambridge. Is it making it easier to make that point to people when you look around and say, okay, they're doing it, we can do it?
It does, and we bounce ideas off those other river communities too.
Yeah.
So, in Ambridge, Mario Leone and I, we talk often. We have a lot of the same problems between New Brighton and Ambridge or Rochester. We face a lot of those same issues. So that group of managers, we have open communication. We can really help each other out quite often.
Tom Albanese is with me. He's the new Brighton Borough Manager. What are some of those shared issues? And I call it the Route 65 stoplight corridor.
Well, and one of the ones we're facing now and that we talk about often is public safety.
Okay.
We are hiring right now a full-time police officer, but what we've seen over the years is a decline in applications for full-time police employment. Years and years ago, we used to see over 30 applicants for a full-time civil service job.
Okay.
Our last civil service application, we had 3 applicants.
3?
3, yes, for a full-time job.
Were any of them, I don't want to say were any of them any good, but that's, as a person hiring, how limited did you feel with that?
We actually got 3 very good candidates out of that
Okay.
list, so we were
Okay.
okay with that. But this time we already have 5 applicants. The period isn't over yet. But just that decline in interest in that profession. We're having issues hiring part-time officers as well when a full-time job isn't available. And that's being seen, across Beaver County for the most part.
I thought there were a lot of part-time officers that were looking for full-time jobs in different parts of Western PA. Are they not coming forward and saying, hey, this is a full-time gig, I want this?
Some are, and some are getting jobs almost immediately out of the academy. So that's how thin that field is.
Is that true all across local government, that there are jobs? If you want one, there is a job for you, relatively speaking?
I'm not seeing it in the public works fields. Those positions are, for the most part, once people get hired, they stay, and we have tenure in those fields.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of turnover, but it seems to be when the public safety jobs are opening up, there's little interest in them.
What is a public safety job? I'm picturing something neon.
No, when I talk public safety, we're talking about police.
Police?
Yes. Most of the communities in Beaver County have volunteer fire services still. There's only 2 or 3 that have some level of career fire service.
Right.
And for the most part, we're not seeing a decline in that.
Do you think that affects when people are looking for somewhere to move in Western PA? They look at things like that and maybe hesitate? Because part of your job as the new Brighton Borough Manager is to put the place's best foot forward.
Absolutely. We need to, promote a positive public image.
Right.
I don't know. I think people are looking at their safety within the community.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they're looking at the number of police officers that are hired or the quality of fire service that's provided. I think as long as when people call 911, somebody shows up, it doesn't matter, what color the police car or what color the fire truck is.
Right.
They just need assistance.
Tom Albanese is my guest. He is the new Brighton Borough Manager. If you've got questions, you can call. You can post them, too. This is being live Facebook streamed. I've got more questions for Tom after this. It's Teleforum on Beaver County Radio.
Spring is in the air, so put some spring in your step and head out to Owl's Corner in Coppell. Whether you're looking for a quick lunch or dinner or even your favorite snack, Al's Corner is the place to go. Al's also has lunch and dinner specials Monday through Friday, like tacos on Tuesdays and their world-famous beef tips over noodles on Thursdays. Al's Corner is open 7 days a week from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. The outside grill will be opening in May, and follow Al's on Facebook for news about opening day of the grill plus all their other specials. Al's Corner is located at the corner of Route 18 and 351 in Koppel.
Some things just seem to go together well. You know, like salt and pepper, love and marriage, pencils and paper, and liver and onions. What? Liver and onions? Who wrote this? Hi, this is Andy Dangle from Freedom United Federal Credit Union, here to talk about two other things that go great together, cars and cash. If you're like me, you like both of those things, and right now, during Cars and Cash Month, Freedom United is making their unbelievable 1.99% new and late model auto loan available so you can get all the cash you need to get the car you've been dreaming of, based on credit approval and vehicle purchase. Cars and cash. That's a combination that you can't beat. Look for a picture of me holding all the cash you'll need, along with other details about Cars and Cash Month in the Freedom United Facebook feed. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. Lately, we haven't been moving enough. An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily physical activity. This is a health crisis, and the solution is in our hands and our feet. It's on our shoulders. It's on our backs. It's in our souls. It's time to move and keep moving, America. Wherever you are, however you can. Movement reduces your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. It improves your brain function, pain management, and immune system. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side, increasing your strength and mobility and improving your quality of life through prescribed exercise and teamwork. Because we are meant to climb, to dance, to soar, to thrive. Choose to move. Choose physical therapy. Visit ChoosePT.com.
Friendly Federal Credit Union, you got a friend.
If your monthly cash flow has slowed to a trickle, but your needs at this time of the year could use a full stream of cash, Friendly Federal Credit Union has just turned the spigot on for you in the form of their annual Shower of Loans event. This is Cindy Hilario, and the forecast is calling for showers. Go ahead and get soaked with cash for the things you need, because Friendly Federal Credit Union has a 10-year home equity loan from just 2.75%. Special offers are based on new loan applications and credit approval. In addition, applications for the Carl D. Ross and Anthony S. Payne scholarships are now being accepted through the end of June. Visit the offices in Aliquippa and Baden. It's a place that makes more sense for you. Friendly Federal Credit Union, member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union, you got a friend.
Thanks for being part of Beaver County's only locally owned and operated media, WBVP, WMBA, and the all-new 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas.
It is all of those things and more. Tom Albanese is my guest. He is the new Brighton Borough Manager. I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up, because I would bet my last dollar, Tom, that you hear about this from your constituency, the new Brightonese. It's road construction season. How often in a week do you either, when are you going to fix my road, or how long is it going to take to fix my road? Are those the two things?
We get a lot of those questions.
Okay.
And, we're always monitoring our local roads. So, people just have to be cognizant that there's a difference between local roads and state roads, too.
That is so confusing. I've had that conversation. That this road may be New Brighton's responsibility, but across the intersection, it has nothing to do with you.
Correct. Some of the roads that are really in need of repair aren't local roads. So right now, the state is planning the resurfacing of State Route 65, which is in New Brighton, 5th Street, Mercer Avenue, and North Mercer Avenue. So landmarks, that would be Pizza Joe's heading up into Oak Hill.
The main drag through town.
One of the main routes.
Yeah.
And that is actually going to be accomplished starting early next year.
Okay.
So PennDOT's going to bid that out late this year, award a contract. So early 2023, they're going to be resurfacing all of State Route 65 from Pizza Joe's in New Brighton Borough to
Okay.
Spotlight 88 in North Swickley Township.
All right, that's going to be fun.
And then we can
There's
we can make
more.
it more fun.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Thanks, Tom.
Columbia Gas is doing 2 very large projects next year too.
All right.
They're going to be replacing service lines on Grove Avenue down Valley, Grove, 19th Avenue, 18th Avenue, and the surrounding streets. And then they have another project in town on 8th Avenue between 13th Street and 11th Street. So next year, there's a lot of construction. This year, we just have some local road paving scheduled, and we're kind of picking up the pieces of parts that we had to leave out from previous years from overages. So we're doing a little bit of 4th Avenue, parts of 13th Avenue, 11th Avenue, 7th Street, Mulberry Alley, and 16th Street, and we hope to start that sometime in early to mid-July.
How far ahead do you have to plan these things?
We start our paving planning in December. We put it out to bid in January or February, try to award contracts in March or April so that we can actually get a midsummer start date.
And hopefully get it done before the end of the year.
Our goal is to get it done
October.
before leaves start to fall, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't ask you?
No, I'll touch on, we also have a couple large infrastructure projects too with our sanitary and storm sewers.
Okay.
As you know, the county commissioners awarded some of their ARPA funding to local municipalities and authorities
To get the pipes fixed.
to get the pipes fixed. So yeah, we're fortunate. We got $738,000, and we're going to look at 5 projects from the New Brighton Borough Sanitary Authority that also covers parts of Dougherty Township, Pulaski Township, and Rochester Township. So we're looking at replacing some of our main interceptors in those communities as well.
I'm trying to think of anything that I should have. So basically, if it's a piece of pavement, or if it's a sewer pipe, or if it's a gas line in the next couple of years, it's going to get fixed.
Not all of them, but they're
A
starting
huge
to be
amount.
prioritized. Yes,
All right.
Yep.
Excellent. And as we get closer to that, you'll come back?
I'll always come back whenever you want to invite me over.
Tom Albanese of the New Brighton the New Brighton Borough Manager, which is now not the website. What's the website? You took the word borough out.
We did newbrightonpa.org.
That's how you get a hold of him and complain about potholes. They'll bid it out in about a year.
The best of Beaver County is easy to discover. It's right here on your radio. Tune in Beaver County Radio or watch the best of Beaver County live on Facebook or YouTube video this and every Thursday from 11 to 11:30. The program is made possible by St. Barnabas. For over 3 years now, the show has been dedicated to shining light on the great things going on right here in your neighborhood and the people that are making it happen. This Thursday, enjoy conversation and insight from an intriguing lineup of guests who are creating excitement and having an impact right here in Beaver County. Your friends and neighbors at St. Barnabas are pleased to support the best of Beaver County. The radio broadcast will also be replayed each week from 11:30 to noon on Sundays on Beaver County Radio. Archived Best of Beaver County videos can be viewed on the WBVP WMBA Facebook page. It's your chance to encounter the best of Beaver County with host Mike Romai this Thursday starting at 11. For more information, visit beavercountyradio.com.
As a veteran, you get a lot of advice. But wisdom's harder to come by. A lot of people imagine themselves in our shoes without understanding the weight on our shoulders. The truth is, few can understand the pressure of finding your own way after serving in the military. But few isn't none. You've got support. You can't control the chaos, but you can chart your way through it. Steady yourself. Take a breath. You're not alone. Learn more at maketheconnection.net.
Know who's running, know what their plans are, and know what issues are important. Along that line, the Republican Committee of Beaver County invites you to attend a debate among Republican candidates running for governor, U.S. Senate, and Congressional District 17 on Tuesday, May 3rd at the Fez in Hopewell Township. It's just $10 to get in and payable when you arrive. Doors open at 5:30. Debate begins at 6. For more information, email the Republican Committee of Beaver County at chair@beavercountygop.com.
Beaver County Radio's news source, 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com. Here's Frank Sparks.
And good morning. As today's forecast is calling for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. The National Weather Service in Pittsburgh is reporting that there is a threat for scattered incidents of severe weather possible this afternoon and evening. Primary threat will be wind, but can't rule out a tornado or two. High's going to be 71 degrees today. We'll have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast coming up for you right after we have this look at news. The caretakers of the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh have big plans to transform the site of the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history. They announced plans today for a center that will combat anti-Semitism and other forms of hate. The synagogue has been closed since October the 27th of 2018. That's when a gunman killed 11 worshipers from 3 congregations. The restoration project is being developed by architect Daniel Labiskind, who also oversaw planning for the redevelopment of the World Trade Center site after 9/11. The Tree of Life plans include a restored sanctuary and a new space for a memorial to the victims and also a museum. The Supreme Court is known for keeping secrets year after year in major case after major case. There's little beyond what the justices say during oral arguments that suggest how they will rule. That's what makes the leak of an apparent draft of an opinion in a major abortion case a shock to court watchers. The draft published by Politico says that a majority of the court is prepared to overrule the landmark 1973 decision in Roe v. Wade that legalized abortion nationwide. There have been leaks before, but not of such magnitude. Only a handful of people have access to decisions before they are published. The Beaver County Fruit and Vegetable Growers Association has announced that the new Brighton Farmers Market will open for the season today. The open-air market will again be located adjacent to Diamond Milling at 313 Fifth Avenue. The market will be open from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. every Tuesday now through November the 15th. The market will feature freshly picked vegetables and fruits and also plants for your home, garden, or landscaping needs. Everything is grown and sold by local Beaver County growers who appreciate your support to buy local. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has announced $40 million to help restore the Chesapeake Bay. The funding announced yesterday comes from the bipartisan infrastructure law. It also will be used to promote environmental justice and counter climate change. It is part of $238 million targeted for the region over 5 years under the infrastructure law. EPA Deputy Administrator Janet McCade says the funding will help support ready-to-go projects throughout the 64,000 square mile watershed. The National Fish and Wildlife Foundation's Chesapeake Stewardship Fund will administer $25 million. The other $15 million will be distributed under the most effective basin programs to Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, New York, Delaware, West Virginia, and the District of Columbia. A fired Philadelphia police officer has been charged with murder in the shooting of a fleeing 12-year-old boy. Prosecutors said Monday that the boy was on the ground and unarmed. Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner announced first- and third-degree murder charges against former officer Edsal Mendoza in the fatal shooting of Thomas T.J. Sidero on March the 1st after police say the youth fired a shot